funny. Because on Eyewitness News, we're as different as the city we report to.
And Raj, please, don't forget to smile tonight.
I am smiling.
The People's Court, tonight at 7:30.
Hello? No, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. Oh, dear, of all the times to get a wrong number.
Here, drink some of this.
Oh, thank you.
Good evening.
Oh, hi, Gavin.
Any word from Miles?
No, nothing.
It's after 11.
I know it is, and I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn, but I'm going crazy standing here doing nothing.
Do you think we should call the police?
No, nothing official like that. Miles would be furious. Things are bad enough as they are.
It doesn't have to be official, Nicole. Why don't we call Calvin and ask him for an unofficial suggestion? Maybe he can come up with something.
Oh, but I would hate to bother him, especially at this hour of night. It would be such an imposition.
Not for a friend.
I think that is a very good idea.
Well, all right. At least it's something.
I'll call.
Hello, Barbara. It's Nora.
Oh, yes. Hello. Where did you go?
Oh, I'm down at Dusty's. Listen, you sound distracted. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, of course not. Listen, I just wanted to call and see how your new boarder's doing.
Well, he's still...
Unconscious?
Yes.
Some people just shouldn't drink, should they?
Look, Nora, I don't like being placed in this position. The whole thing is really terribly awkward. I'm not good at handling things like this.
What's to handle? You're taking care of a sick friend, that's all. Not that you're doing a swell job.
I really don't know about that.
You know, it's really interesting. All these years, Kavanaugh's been doctoring people, and now he's the one that's getting taken care of him by his ex-office nurse. It's really funny.
I don't think it is, Nora. Honestly, Nora, I want out of all this mess. I don't think I'm doing the right thing by accusing this man of anything. I mean, by backing you up like this. It just isn't right. And, frankly, I'm scared.
Listen, honey, you've gone too far to back out of this thing now. Just think about what'll happen if you blow the lid off this thing. Number one, you'll be thrown right out of the nursing profession. And then there's the disgrace.
I mean, you'll be up on perjury charges.
And listen, we'll be the accused then, not the victims. And this won't be any little fine. We'll go to jail.
Really, Nora, you're making it sound worse.
It sounds exactly the way it is. Now, you stick to your story. You got no choice.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Bounce. It gets clothes soft, free of static cling, and gives them long-lasting freshness. And by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way.
Lasagna for breakfast?
Oh, Mom. It's a slumber party.
Okay, but you will clean up?
All that grease? Ew, gross.
No, Dawn.
Ugh, finished. Forgot a glass. You forgot it, you wash it. After that greasy pan? Try it. John will handle it. The water doesn't feel greasy, and neither do my hands. And this glass looks as good as the first one you washed.
Look, add half a cup of grease to Dawn dishwater. Dawn breaks up grease, takes it out of your way, helps keep it away, so dishes come out clean.
Dawn's great.
So, if lasagna's breakfast, what's dinner?
Cornflakes.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Mother Ferguson, you're softening clothes in the wrong machine.
Sue, dear, I've used liquids in the washer for years.
But we use Bounce in the dryer.
These clothes are soft, dear.
Try Bounce's softness.
Soft.
But this gets out static cling.
Usually.
Bounce controls cling better because it works in the dryer where static starts.
But things smell nice.
But not like this.
That's fresh.
And the freshness lasts longer because Bounce doesn't get rinsed away. No liquid or sheet has this terrific scent.
You're right, dear. I used the wrong machine and the wrong softener.
Did you say I'm right?
For once.
Bounce or new unscented Bounce, the right softener for the right machine.
Whitney residence.
Hello, big boy.
Oh, hey, Nora? Hey, listen, what happened to Dr. Kavanaugh? Did you get down to the bar and take a good look at him?
Oh, yeah. A real sight for sore eyes.
I thought maybe you might get a kick out of it, baby. That's why I called you.
Listen, I didn't get a chance to tell you this before. I was on my way out the door. For good.
You what?
Haven't you heard the good news? I've been fired.
You've been what?
That's right. Whitney fired me, and you want to
You know why? Because I was trying to do a favor for him, that's why.
Gee, that is terrible, honey.
It's going to be more terrible for him.
Why? What do you mean?
Never mind. You just got a couple of surprises in store, that's all.
Well, so you're out of the house for good, huh? Well, where are you going to stay? You got any money? What are you going to do?
The question is, what are you going to do? I'm carrying your baby.
Remember? Want me out in the street in this condition?
Well, listen, honey, look, I wish I could help you out. I mean, I really do, but right this minute, I'm kind of busy with the job, you know, and I can't get out of the house right now.
All right, listen, honey, you better start thinking about this situation. I'm going to save you the pain of a big decision. There's only one solution, and that's marriage.
Well, now, look, honey, listen, I gotta go now. Look, I tell you what, why don't you find a nice little hotel room someplace, get some rest, and call me tomorrow.
You can count on it.
Excuse me.
Vodka and tonic.
You got money to pay for this, honey, or are you waiting for a pickup?
Don't be smart. I got plenty of money to take care of myself. But your fresh mouth just cost you a big tip.
Sorry, I couldn't help notice that the bartender was a little rude. Maybe he just don't know a lady when he sees one.
What makes you think that?
Why, you can trust me to know that, little lady. My name's Preacher. Thanks, Oscar. It's Calvin. He's on his way up.
Oh, honestly, now I feel like such a fool for asking him to come over here.
You didn't ask him to, I did.
Besides, as a police officer, he has access to things that we don't. And as a friend, he will handle this discreetly.
Well, good evening, folks.
Hi, pal.
Hi.
Hi, Calvin.
Thanks.
Come on in, Calvin. Sit down.
Oh, thank you so much for coming over here, especially at this hour. I'm very grateful.
Well, I just hope, Nicole, that I can be of some help. Maybe I can figure out something, but I guess you'll have to give me some details first. Now, Gavin says that Miles has been gone all evening?
Yes, that's right.
Let's see, did you two have words, have a fight?
Well, it's true that he's had a very short fuse lately, and yes, he was angry when he left here.
Nicole, I think that you should tell Calvin the truth. He cannot help us until he knows all of it.
Yes, I know, but I'm sure that Calvin knows a lot about this already.
I know about the ridiculous lies that are circulating about Miles. I mean, if you recall, I was there the night all this was supposed to have happened. I mean, we all heard Nora Fulton's hysterical tale. But even then, it was obvious it was just a lie.
I know, and this lie has been so embellished on. It's like a gathering storm. There are rumors flying. Some of Miles' patients that have been his patients for years have started canceling their appointments.
And the thing is, Calvin, that all of this has been dumped on Miles at once.
And the only defense he knows is to say nothing and retreat. Unfortunately, he's been retreating into alcohol. He's been drinking an awful lot lately.
Calvin thinks, if I'm right, that the problem lies with Barbara. I mean, we all know Nora is a psycho, but Barbara has agreed with her statement as a witness. Now, it's harder to understand what she's doing than it is to understand what Nora's doing.
Yeah, I really don't get that. I mean, what's Barbara's angle in all this?
I think I can explain that. You see, Barbara thought that Miles was enamored of her. Well, you see, she lost her boyfriend recently, and Miles was very kind and very sympathetic. He was just being compassionate, but she took that as a sign that he was interested in her.
One misunderstanding led to another.
Yes, until Miles had no choice but to fire her.
Ah, and so she joined Nora in order to punish him.
It's a nasty scenario, isn't it?
And I thought I'd heard all of them. You know, just wondering something.
What?
I wonder what Barbara would say if the police came by to suggest that she tell the whole truth.
You mean tonight?
Why not? No time like the present.
Want to liven up those old familiar dinners?
Brush up on your chicken.
Just blend 2 parts Heinz 57 sauce and 1 part honey.
Brush up spirits too.
And you've got a sensational glaze for most any kind of meat.
Brush up on your ham.
Make a little extra for dipping.
For a lively taste that's new.
Brush up with Heinz 57 sauce and honey. Takes just a few seconds.
Adds just the right spice.
Brush up.
Well, Daddy like it?
Your daddy loves Old Spice.
Why?
That's what makes Daddy smell so special.
I love the smell of my daddy.
You put the ribbon on.
This Christmas, people all over America are giving the men in their lives the classic scent of Old Spice, the clean, fresh, masculine scent so many women love.
I love the smell of Daddy.
And so does Mommy.
For a Christmas gift he'll really love, give him the classic scent of Old Spice.
It was quite an evening. You and Ian, Raven and I, all trying to be so polite and social, in spite of those evil little undercurrents from appetizer to dessert.
It's been an interesting evening, yes.
Hello?
2 espresso?
Yes. Don't those look lovely? I think the high point of the evening was the news about Gavin Wiley.
You mean Schuyler's decision to appoint Wiley to the producership of the Whitney Theater?
Yes, I know he's going to be very happy to hear that. Has anyone told him yet?
No. Schuyler had several recommendations to consider. He hadn't made his final decision until today.
Ah. Well, I think Gavin's very qualified. I think he made the right choice.
Yes, I agree, Camilla.
No
Thank you.
pastry?
No, thanks.
I'm glad you chose this place, Spencer. It's nice to go from the posh to the quaint all in one evening.
I'm sorry it isn't more grand, Camilla. I realize you become accustomed to luxury, but it did seem like it was the only place in the area that was open.
I'm not complaining, dear. As a matter of fact, I'm open to, almost any interesting experience. Anyway, I needed an antidote to this evening's dinner.
Oh, I didn't think it was that bad, although I noticed you seemed a bit tense through dinner. Why?
As a matter of fact, Raven Alexander. I can't bear that woman.
That was very clear. One more barb from either of you, and I'd have called an ambulance.
Oh, come on, Spencer. It was very apparent. You don't like her either.
Now, I imagine your dislike of Raven stems from your brother's obvious interest in her. You're playing the protective sister, aren't you, Camilla?
Ian is a fool when it comes to women. He refuses to see the obvious. She's in love with Schuyler Whitney, and she's using Ian to get at Sky.
Clever girl.
Anyway, I think I finally opened his eyes.
Yes, you did a thorough job. He seemed very unhappy by the time dinner was over.
Do I detect a note of disapproval? You don't think much of me, do you, Spencer?
Why do you say that?
Because I know you don't, and it surprises me, since once I thought you were in love with me.
Odd you should think that, because I thought so too, once, until your husband died. That's when you changed, Camilla.
Well, I was very shaken by it.
It was
all.
a shock, I'm sure, but your affection for John Bowie always had a rather light touch, the old dear you called him.
Well, he was.
You saved all your passion for me, remember? You always acted as if we were going to last forever, but it died a rather quick death when he died.
It was circumstance.
No, Camilla, it was much more. All the kick was gone for you when you were a widow. There was nothing illicit about me anymore, so I became just another servant. That's why I never saw you again.
I never meant to hurt you,
Oh, what makes you think I was hurt? I've got news for you, Camilla. I was relieved.
You're still a servant, Spencer. You may think you've come up in the world because you carry a briefcase instead of a dinner tray, but you will always be a servant because you have a servant's mentality.
Dinner is over, Camilla. Excuse me, I'll go pay the check.
Some castle, Malcolm.
They've been at it all day long.
Good thing he wears loves, so he's comfortable all day long.
Love's hourglass design cradles him in comfort.
Loves fits gently, whatever he's up to.
All elastic diapers don't fit the same. Compare yours to Love's. Hold it up to the light. If the padding's wide, it has to bunch up between your baby's legs. Love's padding's curve to fit comfortably.
There goes the kingdom.
At least our little prince is still comfortable.
Our baby's comfort begins with love.
Thank you. Rushing for an 8 o'clock curtain every night means giving up a lot of things, but coffee isn't one of them. I always have time for my favorite instant, High Point decaffeinated. I don't want extra caffeine. I'm active enough, thank you. But I am a coffee lover, so I expect more. Like this delicious aroma. And just look at this deep, rich color. Of course, coffee lovers know it all comes down to taste. That's rich. You know what makes High Point taste so good? Deep brewed flavor.
Try Deep Brewed High Point. It's the coffee lovers decaffeinated.
You're gonna love it.
Who is it?
Calvin Stone to my soul, please.
Just a minute.
Miss Montgomery, do you remember me from that night in Dr. Kavanaugh's office?
Yes?
I take it you've gotten over the shock you had that night.
What are you doing here? It's awfully late. I was about to go to bed.
I won't keep you too long, I promise. I'm just finishing up our investigation. You understand.
Yes, I suppose. But I really don't know what more I can tell you.
Oh, well, you never know. You know, sometimes a little background information can be very helpful.
Background?
Yes. You've told us a great deal about Dr. Kavanaugh's private life. It occurred to me that I know absolutely nothing about yours.
Well, why is that important? I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't say that you did. I just want to get a few facts straight here. Let me see. Dr. Kavanaugh told us that you recently broke up a relationship with a young man. Is that true?
I don't see why that's any of your business.
I am just checking out the story, Miss Montgomery. Is it or isn't it true that you broke up with your boyfriend and were so upset about it that you actually cried in Dr. Kavanaugh's office?
No, that's not true. Nothing like that happened. I'm a professional nurse.
It isn't true that Dr. Kavanaugh attempted to console you in this loss and that in doing so he behaved sympathetically towards you and that you may perhaps have misinterpreted that sympathy as something else?
No, that's a lie. No such thing happened.
Miss Montgomery, isn't it true that as a result of his actions toward you over this lost boyfriend that you actually decided to declare your affection for Dr. Kavanaugh?
That's absolutely not true. I never lost my boyfriend. I'm still seeing him. And I'm perfectly happy with him, and he is with me.
So this breakup never took place, huh?
No. Never.
Miss Montgomery, would you mind giving me the name of this boyfriend of yours?
I will do no such thing. You have no right asking me for that information. It's none of your business.
I see. Well, just so you'll know, Miss Montgomery, I'm going to make it my business. Good night.
Nora. I've got to talk to Nora. What did she say the name of that bar was?
Okay, I give up. Why do they call you preacher?
Simple. My old man was one. Can't you tell?
Mm-hmm. I don't think you inherited the calling.
You're right. I'm in a different line of work.
What's that?
Video. That's my business. Anything you want to know about video, you ask Preacher. How about coming up to my place and see my VCR?
What's that? Don't tell me.
Hey, lady.
Yeah.
Is your name Nora Fulton?
That's right.
Phone call for you.
Thanks. Excuse me. Yeah.
Nora, it's Barbara.
What's wrong?
Detective Stoner was here, asking questions. I thought I was gonna die. I was so scared I almost told him Dr. Cavanaugh was in my bedroom.
All right, take it easy. It doesn't mean a thing. He's just fishing, that's all.
Nora, he knows about my losing my boyfriend, and about Miles being sympathetic to me. I told him it was all a lie, but he knows anyway. I was so scared I almost told him the truth.
That would be a very dumb thing. Just think about what I told you. What it'd be like to lose your license.
Nora, I'm so scared. I'm shaking all over.
Hey, I got an idea. You know what you need? You need a drink. Come on down here and have a nightcap with me, okay? Up.
Do you think Calvin will call back tonight?
I'm sure he will.
Would anyone like some coffee?
No, thank you.
None for me either, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll get it. Hello? No, I'm sorry. Who did you say this was?
Camilla Devereaux. Is that you, Jody?
Yes, it is.
I'm awfully sorry to be calling this late. I
Hope I didn't wake anyone. I was wondering if by chance Gavin is there.
What made you think that?
Well, he's not at home, and I remember him saying he spent a lot of time at your place. Is he there? It's fairly important.
Really? Now, what important thing could you have to say to him?
I assure you he's going to be very happy to hear my news. However, if he's unavailable, I can contact him tomorrow.
He's here. It's for you.
It's not Calvin?
No. Calvin is the pretty one.
Hello?
Hello, Gavin. How are you?
Camilla?
I'm so
Sorry to be calling this late, but I have some wonderful news. I couldn't wait to tell you.
News about what?
The Whitney Theater. Now, I know that Jim Diedrichson has left.
That's not news.
No, but this is. Sky Whitney has decided to choose a new producer, and you are the one.
What? Where did you hear that?
I heard it tonight from the horse's mouth. Didn't Sky Whitney intimate that you were being considered for this position?
I knew it was possible. I mean, I heard rumors that Jim had recommended me, but I didn't think Sky would agree.
Well,
He has. And I think I can be forgiven for this late-night intrusion.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Gavin, since we're speaking about it, you mentioned once you'd like to read some of my material. Does that still hold?
Certainly, why not? You can send something to me anytime.
Oh, Gavin, now that's very impersonal. Couldn't we meet tomorrow for a drink or something?
What gives Chuck Wagon brand dog food the taste that stops dogs in their tracks? The hearty taste of beef, chicken, and vegetable-flavored chunks, all coated with real meat juices.
The great taste of Chuck Wagon. Stuff in their tracks.
From Purina.
It sneaks up on you, grabs you, shakes you. The uncontrolled cough. But today there's Benylin to quiet coughs quickly, effectively, without a prescription. Doctors have introduced Benylin to families for over 30 years and recommend it in the same full strength more than any other cough suppressant you can buy. The strength of Benylin, available without prescription from Park Davis.
General Hospital.
Oh, no, I have this really funny feeling about coming to your apartment. I think it was a big mistake. This place is so full of memories.
Yeah, for me too. General Hospital.
Barbara, good girl.
This place, it's a little scruffy, isn't it? I really don't care for singles bars.
You look like you're in shock. Bring us a couple of vodkas.
Sure, thanks.
Now look, relax. Willie, you're working yourself into a panic over nothing. This cop stoner is just a friend of Miles, that's all.
But I swore that the story about my boyfriend running out on me wasn't true. That I still had somebody in my life. What if they check?
That's what I want to talk to you about. I have an idea. You just wait right here, okay? Barbara, I'd like you to meet Preacher. Hello.
Hi there, honey. It's real nice to see you again.
Again? Barbara, don't tell me you don't recognize your old boyfriend.
Tis the season, people caring, helping others, time for sharing.
Coffee, Mrs.
Everyone is warming up with the taste of Maxwell House. People that you come to count on, friendships that are true. Spend some time with friends and loved ones, Maxwell House, and you get that good to the last drop feeling with Maxwell House. Only Maxwell House gives you good to the last drop feeling. Maxwell House.
Share the feelings of the season with the warmth of the coffee that's always good to the last drop.
Get that good to the last drop feeling.
Merry Christmas!
Maxwell House.
This is David Hartman. Tomorrow, more on drugs, drinking, and driving. Also, Alexander Haig, Julia Child, and Dustin Hoffman on Good Morning America.
Tonight, a tribal chief and a double-dealing old flying partner draw Jake into a tangled web of greed and revenge on the Gold Monkey. Then a simple stakeout for Colt turns into CIA-like intrigue when he hijacks an airliner on the Fall Guy. After, Fallon throws a spectacular Roaring Twenties party on Dynasty. This afternoon, The Color of Friendship on the ABC After School Special.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, skyrocketing healthcare costs may mean rationing of expensive treatments to patients with the best chance for survival. Plus, Hughes Rudd tells what it takes to make a Santa Claus.
What would you like for Christmas?
ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Tomorrow on Good Morning New York, we continue our series on pets, how to bring a puppy home.
And how to accept a gift.
And we'll take you to the opening of 6 Weeks.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 5:30, an employee at a Fifth Avenue law firm shoots and kills her boss. Police say the woman was apparently upset about the size of her Christmas bonus. A full report and this.
Believe it or not, I'm in a very spirited classroom right now. Well, you know what they say, live and learn. I'm Mara Walensky. I'll have the story.
Also, Bob Hope enters a New York hospital at 5:30.
9 days before Christmas, Wednesday, December 16th, for one day only, at your nearest JCPenney, you'll find savings of 25% on classy cotton and polyester corduroy blazers for Mrs., Mrs. Petite, and juniors. Short or long style, in new for spring colors, these corduroy blazers will top everything in your closet. $29.99 for one day only, Wednesday, December 16th, at your nearest JCPenney. Remember, it's 9 days till Christmas.
Introducing a computer designed to help your child learn. The Children's Discovery System.
They're learning, and they're not even aware that they're learning. We did.
The Children's Discovery System opens a world of discovery for children 6 to 11 in subjects like math, words, music, and art. A world where learning is fun.
He opted to play with it instead of watching TV.
He's having fun learning with it.
The Children's Discovery System, an investment in your child's future. New from Mattel.
George Evans, look who's turning Diet 7-Up.
Oh, that's right, big boy. I'll give up calories, but not taste. Why should I?
I won't give up taste, I can't, and I won't.
Ah, you don't have to. You know what I mean?
Diet 7-Up is crisp and light. You take it from me. There's no aftertaste. And don't play it again.
Wonderful, darling, but do you have a straw?
Here's looking at you, kid.
Sweetheart.
Diet 7-Up. The only thing you give up is calories.
Merry Christmas, Fozzie.
Oh, boy! What is it?
It's a birdhouse.
It's a one-step, Fuzzy.
Take a picture.
Ow!
Just point it and press the button. That's gonna be over his head.
Point it at what?
Us.
Ah, now what?
It is over his head. Press the button.
Hey, this is easy.
I'm beautiful. Take more.
You see one-step pictures along with the presents, and there's no simpler camera. No simpler bear.
Polaroid means fun.
With a one-step.